1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon, 62 degrees, some light rain still falling at 5:40. I'm Lane Pajardi. Here's what's happening. Oh, that $500,000 in cash just lying around the house? Well, it was just for emergencies. That's the word today from Senator Bob Menendez, who says he will not resign. A wake has begun for one of the victims of last week's charter bus crash in Orange County amid new scrutiny about the bus company. Murder charge filed after a deadly bar fight in Flushing, Queens. Governor Hochul calling in the National Guard to help with the city's migrant crisis, but not to deal with the crowds of protesters. The date is set for two governors from opposite sides of the country set to debate the issues on television. Yankees come from behind to win their final home game of the season, 6-4 of the Diamondbacks. On Wall Street, stocks ended slightly higher, S&P 500 up about 0.4%. Winds News Time 5:41 as the rain continues to fall. Expanded traffic and transit from the Mercedes-Benz of Edison.com Traffic Center. Here's Kelly Dillon.
On the southbound Garden State Parkway, exit 136 in Cranford. Looks like that takes out the left lane, backing things up to about exit 140. Northbound by 140. Still a crash on the shoulder, slowing things up quite a bit. Now some good news on westbound 78. The locals exit 52 for the Parkway. That car fire officially cleared up now, and delays are slowly easing up both ways in the local and express lanes. But in the meantime, Route 22 still moving a bit better. Route 1 and 9 northbound, the locals here shut down at Delancey Street in Newark with the fuel spill still being cleaned up. The express lanes open but very crowded. In Westchester County, eastbound 287 before exit 11. A bad crash takes out the two right lanes, backing things up at a standstill to around exit 10. Now we do have a new stalled car on the eastbound Cross Bronx right past Jerome Avenue, now blocking the right lane, backing things up back onto the George. Westbound delays easing out but still busy from the Sheridan to the bridge. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Delays across the inbound George easing out down to a 10 to 15 minute wait. The inbound Lincoln's about 20. Outbound 5 to 10 minutes, not that bad. Only 5 to 10 minutes each way at the Holland, really not bad there at all. The Brooklyn bound Brooklyn Bridge delays continue, stop and go traffic, and getting word of a new accident now on the westbound belt right before the Verrazano, blocking a lane. I'm Kelly Dillon. Our next report at 5:51. 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
New Jersey's embattled senior senator appearing today to again say he will fight the charges against him.
Senator Bob Menendez pushing back against whom he called the naysayers and anyone who's underestimated him.
I recognize this will be the biggest fight yet.
He says he'll be exonerated and remain New Jersey's senior senator. Menendez faces bribery charges of the nearly $500,000 in cash found in his home.
For 30 years, I have withdrawn thousands of dollars in cash from my personal savings account, which I have kept for emergencies and because of the history of my family facing confiscation in Cuba.
But he didn't explain the gold bars and did not say whether he'll run for re-election. Juliet Papa, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Governor Murphy and several other top Garden State Democrats have called on Menendez to resign immediately. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has also called on Menendez to step down, which has blunted the senator's claim earlier that those who want him to go are simply doing so out of anti-Latino bias. The senator was not born in Cuba. He was born in New York City. He held a press conference in Union City today. Wins News Time 5:44. Investigators continuing to look into last week's fatal bus crash, which tumbled high school students and chaperones 50 feet down a ravine off I-84 in Orange County. State's Department of Transportation now reports the bus operator had failed multiple safety inspections and was listed as an unacceptable operator. Meanwhile, the community is mourning a retired teacher and the band director who both died in the crash.
Angie Dunlap is heartbroken. She lovingly called her close friend Beatrice Ferrari B.
I spoke to her the day before, and we were supposed to meet when she came back. So right now, I can't even think. This loss is just way too much.
77-year-old Ferrari and Farmingdale High School's beloved band leader, 43-year-old Gina Pelletieri, died last Thursday when the band camp-bound charter bus they were on with 40 students tumbled into a ditch. The retired global studies teacher was a chaperone chaperone on the trip. Dave said Ducati worked with her and saw many other Farmingdale Dalers at the funeral home.
Very crowded, and all of the Dalers have come to show their respects.
Ferrari's funeral will be on Wednesday and Pelletieri's on Thursday. Christy Kalishian, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM on Farmingdale, Long Island.
For Long Island Railroad riders, late trains and delays have been a constant part of their everyday commute. Newsday taking a look at recent numbers, and they say the new Grand Central Madison opening has actually made matters worse.
Grand Central Station has been open for several months, but commuter Sarab Lashkari says one thing hasn't improved.
There were delays then and there's delays now, so.
In fact, delays have gotten worse according to Newsday, more than doubled. LIRR says the numbers may be up, but so are the number of trains running across the system. It says nearly 94% of their trains are running on time. But commuter Tyshawn Dunson says there's room for improvement.
I feel like it's probably like something you probably get used to, like, because of the new station, so I get used to how traffic is in the morning and stuff.
Darius Rancis, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM at the LIRR Jamaica station.
Wins News Time 546.
Oh my Bob, you gotta feel these pillows.
Oh my Bob, it's comfy and has cup holders.
Oh my Bob, new everyday low prices on already low prices.
Oh my Bob, we can finally afford a grown-up bedroom.
Oh my Bob, no offering salespeople.
Oh my Robert. What, too formal?
When you don't have to compromise on style, quality, or price, there's only one thing to say. Oh my Bob.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Fall is just around the corner, and home is the center of it all. At Ashley, seasonal decorating's a breeze with their range of designs and materials. Snuggle up on a family-friendly sectional or an ultra-modern sofa. Or gather outside and enjoy the crisp, cool air with a new fire pit.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this commute home from work in the evening on this special looking back edition for today, September 25th, 2023. This is a look back to this particular date and what was going on. Now, there is a driving in the news video for the morning commute, but this is the evening commute with probably a little bit of updated news in our local area. And also, just to let you know, one of the reasons we're doing this is we're documenting history. I do understand that the internet will have news for further generations, but most of those news stories that are going to be around 20 years from now, in terms of what's going on today, if there's anything in the news, it's probably big news, national news. This is local news that can get lost to history if it's not documented. All right, guys, thanks again for watching this special edition evening commute home for the date of September 25th, 2023.